If you don't know about
Hello. Oh, what's going on? Good evening, everybody. I'm your host, Satan Says, for this Div C East matchup. We have Team Banshees versus Heavy Slaps. Um, Banshees did win the coin flip. They went for first pick. Matt Bans were Braxis, Ultarek Pass, Tomb of the Spider Queen, and Volsky. Heavy Slaps with Matt pick chose to go to BOE. So we got some healer bands going on out there. We got the Brightwing and we got the Stukov. Both teams about evenly matched. It's still early in the season. I just got done from casting a Div B team. It was what is Wave Clear versus Team Emanon. What's Wave Clear coming off a domination, four game domination, and gets blown out by Team Emanon. So anything could happen in this series. It's still early in the series to tell, but we got a healer choke going on. We got Brightwing band, we got Anduin band, we got Stukov band, and we got Kerrigan band. Now, I know for Team Banshees, they like their Stukov and they like that Kerrigan blow up comp with that Stukov. So Team Heavy Slaps is gonna go ahead and say, get that shit out of here. First pick, full throttle on that Vala. From what I remember, Vala, full throttle does play a pretty mean Vala. Also great with the burn. Junkrat. I see Junkrat every freaking match. Ban the Junkrat. I'm so tired of seeing him. I hate playing against him. So annoying. Players getting blown all over the place. The guy's hard to cast, man. You got an engagement. You're calling the engagement, and the freaking mines go off. Players go all over the place, and then I'm like, where the hell am I gonna pick up on my cast? Everybody's everywhere. But we got a Uriel, and we got Uriel picked up by Jacobel, and we got Luna picking up that Deckard. You can't choke Luna. Come on, guys. Luna, shout out to Luna, my main man. And a Garrosh ban. Garrosh, so Team Heavy Slaps have done their homework. If they watched any of Team Banshee's last matches, they've seen that MBB plays a mean Garrosh. They target ban that Stukov, that Kerrigan for that blow up comp. So Team Havoc has coming out of the gates. They've done their homework. They know what's going on, and they're gonna put up a fight.
Oh, this is my jam.
Johanna and Lucio picked up. Okay, not sure who we got for burn over on Heavy Slaps. Let's there's still plenty of options out there. We got Rainer, but then you got a couple auto attacks, but they did pick up that Johanna for the blind. They might be going for a team fight, and Diablo and a Mephisto. So we got potential Wombo for Team Banshees. We got Stay a While and Listen, followed by Reign of Vengeance, maybe an APOC, Mephisto's combo. All can't think of it right now, but possible Wombo coming on this side of Team Banshees. And there you go. You got the gray main for the burn over there on Heavy Slaps. Alright, so a quick word from our sponsors, and I will meet you guys in the battlefield. Alright, game number 1, Battlefield of Eternity. Over here on the blue side, we got De La Soak on that Sonya X Havoc on Johanna, Crazy Beats on Lucio, Mindcry on Greymane, and Shozer on that Junkrat. Let's get some of them B-steps going for Team Heavy Slaps over here in that blue corner. Over here on the red side, we got MBB on the Diablo, Gormonster on Mephisto, Full Throttle on that Vala, Lunatics on that Deckard, and Jackoval on Yrel. And that is going to be Team Banshees. So, I mean, going off the comps, I equally like both comps. I prefer the blind over there on that Johanna for that Vala, and that Diablo. It depends on if Diablo goes AA build or not. But we got a heavy front line with that Yrel and that Diablo for objective. Over here on the top side, let's give our bruisers some love. And this is why nobody comes to the top lane. A little boring. Just getting soaked. I believe Team Banshee's coming off a previous loss that I casted. Let's see how they put their nose to the grind and made up for practice and got back into the game. Team Heavy Slaps with a bit of a better record. Diablo jumps out of that Johanna, but Johanna's going to go ahead and pop that Unstoppable. But Diablo going in deep, jumping in that Junkrat. Now Banshees, I think last match they went from a big loss for that Junkrat, so they're going to be targeting that Junkrat all match. Diablo goes on that Junkrat, pins him against the wall, then followed up by Greymane. Vala's tearing up that Lucio. Lucio's going to get out and escape, but Mephisto's going to go in there and get that kill on that Lucio. First blood, Team Banshees. Yeah, Team Banshees, they played 2 matches versus a dominating Junkrat their last game, and MBB is like on that Diablo. He's like, no, every chance I'm gonna get, I'm gonna charge that Junkrat and I'm gonna take him out of the fight. Both teams starting on camps. Immortal spawns in about 7 seconds. Banshee's a little bit ahead on Soak, not much. They did get that bottom camp. Alright, Team Banshee's going for full burn. Heavy slaps. Maybe they're going to probably need to defend as Team Banshees does have a lead. Johanna's in the middle. She sucks them together. Yrel jumps in, knocks them all back, protecting that backline, protecting that Vala so they can get that burn on the Immortal. And they're going to go ahead at this time and they're going to clear that bottom camp. I like the call. You got the camp pushing. You got the Immortal halfway healthy. Let's go ahead and push that and knock out that bottom camp. Now, MBB's in deep. He's in a little trouble, but he's going to make it safe. Vala's stunned out from that Immortal. And that's going to be halftime over to Team Banshees. Greymane's jumping in there, not doing much damage. MBB's in trouble, he's backing out. Greymane's tearing him up. Solid defense by Heavy Slaps, but they need to go ahead and they need to get a kill, get him off this objective. The longer Banshees keep poking, the more it's gonna go down. Jack's jumping in there. Johanna's popping that unstoppable, and the first objective is gonna go over to Team Banshees. Now I want to say Team Heavy Slaps is a pre-level 10 team. They're waiting for them level 10s to come online, and then they're gonna go ahead and take that fight. Look, MBB's back on that Junkrat. He's not dealing with it this match. Nice play by that Mephisto, taking out that that Gray Mane, and they're gonna get a lot of value off this first objective. Oh, charge and flip. Flip didn't make it. If he would have got a flip on that Lucio, that Junkrat, that would have been a good shot. Oh, and Junkrat goes down from that Mephisto. Now, other matches I did see a Mephisto ban. But it looks like Team Heavy Slaps is going to give him that Mephisto for game 1. I like the macro play by Heavy Slaps. They're going to send Gray Mane to that top lane, knock down that camp, while Yarel is predisposed. You got Junkrat on bot for defense, but you got Team Banshees moving up to that top lane. They know their player's missing. They're going to go ahead and get that camp. Banshee's going to arrive a little late. Dive on that Sonya. Yarel dives in. Heavy Slaps is going to get away with that camp. Level 10's coming online for Team Banshees. They're going to get as much advantage as they got. They got level 10s. They got the team fight. They're going to try to get a little bit of value on this wall. They're going to go ahead back out. We got Objective 2, Immortal 2 coming up. They need to go ahead and knock out these camps. Gray Mane getting started. He's an excellent solo camper. Well, we have a pause in the action. I'm going to go over. Son of a bitch.
Excellent work.
And we have Leap with Falling Sword, Sound Barrier, Curse Bullet, and Riptire. So, Team Banshees are winning the burn with that Vala. Heavy Slaps coming in for that defense. They're going to go ahead and send Sonya top lane to cover that camp. Diablo's in it. He's on that Johanna. Johanna's going to pop that unstoppable. Nice mine by that Junkrat on that Diablo. Diablo gets hit by that Curse Bullet. Mine goes off by that Junkrat. Stay a while and listen. Ulcer going off. I can't keep up. Leap by that Sonya. Great leap by that Sonya. Gray Mane's in trouble. He's backing out. Mephisto's low. Mephisto's backing out. Mephisto goes down. MBB in trouble. He's nice peel with that charge on that Junkrat. They're gonna make it out. But Team Banshees super low. They got Mephisto down. 4v5. Second Immortal phase is gonna go over to Team Heavy Slaps. And that's what I was talking about. They're waiting for that level 10 to come online, change the game. They got the better of the engagement, making Banshees back out with that kill on that Mephisto.
The wickedness of hell dwindles before me. I will bring down the gates of hell.
Half shield immortal. It's gonna do some damage over here in this top lane. MAB getting hit by that cursed bullet. Riptire going off, hitting that Diablo again. Mine not gonna get hit by the mine. Diablo's in trouble. He needs to get out. Flip on Johanna. Greymane drops in. Stay a while and listen. Johanna popping that fallen sword. Diablo jumping back on that Lucio. He pops that sound barrier, keeping his team alive. But he gets taken out by Rain of Vengeance. Lucio gets knocked out, and Greymane get knocked out. Solid defense by Team Banshees. Nice counter kills. Nice CC.
Thus ends my assault on hell. I must rest for a time.
Alright, over here on the side of Team Banshees, we have APOC, Rain of Vengeance, Ardent Defender, Endurance of Hate, and Stay a While and Listen. Both teams are just going to trade on these camps. Now, Team Banshee is going to make work over this this top fort. They got the camp pushing. They're going to try to get value. Team Heavy Slaps rotates to the top to try to save this top fort. Cursed Bullet, Riptire, Sound Barrier, Falling Sword, Leap, Riptire for Heavy Slaps.
I shall land in a moment, as will my foe.
Sonya leaps out. Stay a while and listen goes off. John up off some style. Riptire goes off. That's going to be a 3-man Riptire. They're getting low. Silver Bullet goes off on the Diablo. They need to back out. They're getting pretty low. Greymane jumps back in it. Team Banshee's going to go ahead and start on this third Immortal phase. But Sonya's caught. She's all alone. Nice flip out of Diablo. Endurance of Hate goes off. Falling Sword goes off. Landing on 3. Sonya barely makes it out alive. MBB and Gore Monster a little low. Both teams look perfectly, almost evenly matched in every way possible. We got these fights are just going back and forth with no real confirmed kills. We do got 5 kills to 1 over on the side of the Team Banshees, but we're almost perfectly aligned with XP and structure value. Now, Team Banshees do get that level 16. They're going to go ahead and look for a fight. While they got Sonya up top soaking, trying to catch up so her team can get that level 16 and have that even talent tier advantage. 16's coming online for Heavy Slaps. Both of them Mortals about the same. Curse Bullet goes off. Riptire goes off. Stay a while and listen on that back line. Luna's going to be in trouble. He gets out. Falling Sword goes off. Landing on Diablo and Mephisto. Absorb, getting popped by that Uriel. Banshees are low. They're backing out. And Luna's not going to make it. That's going to be a double kill for Team Heavy Slaps.
to this realm.
So Falling Sword being used a lot. Just about every game I've casted, I've seen probably out of the 10 games I've casted, I've probably seen 6 Falling Sword combos.
I shall march for
That being
Hell's
said,
gates.
while casting Team Banshees, they normally do good in the beginning of the game, but about mid-game, they kind of struggle. Let's see what they can put together and come back and get in this game. Full throttle in trouble. He gets blasted by that mine and gets knocked back into place. Great stun to kill that Vala. Falling Sword goes off on MBB and Jack. Endurance of Hate goes off. Sound Barrier goes off to protect them from that Endurance of Hate. Yrel jumps in, trying to get him off this keep. Gore Monster, he's low. He's in trouble. Nice stun by Luna. Riptire going off, killing Mephisto. And this could be game if Team Banshees aren't careful. This will be game number 1 for Team Heavy Slaps. They're getting low. Yrel goes down. Death timers are pretty low. And yes, this is going to be game number 1, Team Heavy Slaps. GG. All right, let's go over the numbers here. We got that Junkrat putting massive damage. He's in first place with 62k damage, followed by Mephisto with 61k. Now, watching previous last match, Team Banshees did struggle with the Junkrat play. You might see a Junkrat ban going into game 2, but the kill counter was about the same, 6 kills to 5. Banshees seemed to struggle mid to late game. They were doing well early game, but once level 10s came online for Team Heavy Slaps, the gameplay completely changed. Sonya with 86 siege damage, followed by Yrel with 64. Sonya out XPing Yrel by about 3-4k. Nothing too crazy. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get set up for match number 2. Alright, folks, we got game number 2. We got Heavy Slaps versus Team Banshees, Division C East. Heavy Slaps taken. They went ahead and got that map pick. Team Banshees losing that first match, and they went ahead and took first pick. Heavy Slaps going ahead and picking up Infernal Shrines, one of my favorite maps. I love to see somebody get John Cena'd in the face. So hopefully we get some good John Cena action. But we got a first ban coming from Team Banshees, and it's gonna be that Diva. Diva, strong offlaner, strong on that objective, can freaking burn down those little freaking up shrine monkeys. And we got a Kerrigan ban. That's gonna be a target ban for Team Banshees, and they're I know there's a player over there that plays a strong Kerrigan. But I would like to see a Junkrat ban. Team Banshees seem to struggle with Junkrat. They struggle with that last match I've casted with that Junkrat, and there it is. We finally got a Junkrat ban. Get him out of here. And Stukov. Stukov is gonna be another ban. Team Banshees sometimes go with a blow up comp, followed by a Stukov silence. So we're gonna go ahead and Heavy Slaps is gonna get ahead and take out that Stukov. Heavy Slaps done their homework, got their target bans. They're ready to go.
I stand ready.
Gore Monster is gonna go ahead and he's gonna pick up that Vala again. Oh, we might. Oh, here it goes. Falling Sword, Light Bomb combo. Seen it a bunch of times this season. Definitely probably going to see it here over on the side of Heavy Slaps. I guess Falling Sword, Light Bomb is the new meta, but everyone's playing it. Everyone's running it. MBB gets his Garrosh pick. Finally not target banned. Sonya banned, that's going to be a target ban. Well, could be a target ban on Jack. Jack does play a strong Sonya. Sonya's also great on that objective. And Zeratul. Assuming that's going to be a target ban, kind of a ban you typically don't see on Infernal Shrine, so I'm just going to assume that's going to be a target ban on the side of Heavy Slaps. But good counter pick for that Garrosh. We got a Tychus that's going to burn him down, followed by a Leoric, strong on the objective, knocking out those little objective monkeys. So we could possibly see Entomb followed by a Falling Sword Light Bomb combo for Team Heavy Slaps. Now let's see what type of disengage or what type of counter picks that Team Banshees can do against this Wombo. And we got Yrel, strong front liner, heavy run liner, and we're running a double healer. We're getting spicy. I love it. Typically don't see a double healer comp, but Full Throttle is going to go ahead and then pull out that Malfurion. Uther and Malfurion should keep him alive against that Wombo. Nice counter for that Wombo, and we got a Samuro for Shoza. Alright, we're going to go ahead and get set up for match number 2. I want to see a match 3, so I'm automatically going to be rooting for the underdogs. In this case, that's going to be Team Banshees, who lost their first match. All right, folks. We're in the match number 2. We got De La Soak on that Lior. We got X Havoc on that Johanna shows on that Samurai. We got Crazy Beats on Anduin, and we got Mind Cry on that Tychus. And that will be heavy slaps. Over here on the red side, we got Jack playing that Urella again. Nice disengage. We got MBB on that Garrosh. That Garrosh that is banned multiple matches. We got Full Throttle on that Vala. We got Gore Monster on that Uther. And we got Lunatics on that Mafurin. We got a double healer comp. I love to see double healer comp. I'm freaking horrible at it. So when I can see it pulled off and pulled off correctly, it's just fun to watch and fun to see. So we got lots of sustained going over to the side of Team Banshees. They're going to be able to get on the objective and they're going to be able to live forever. They're going to knock down that freaking objective fast and stay on it forever. Toss on the Anduin. MBB is a little split. That Root's going to get catch by that Anduin. Tychus is going to start burning them up, but Garrosh is going to make it out.
Know your place.
So both teams, traditionally for this map, you'll normally see 4-man rotation, mid, bot. Team Heavy Slap's going to go ahead and knock out that bottom camp, while they see Team Banshees go for that mid soak. But it seems like Heavy Slaps is going to play it a little different. They're going to have Samuro roaming the map, getting that mid soak. So not a traditional 4-man rotation by Team Heavy Slaps. And it seems to be working. They're slight, like barely a little ahead on XP, but they are getting vision. Toss on that Johanna. Johanna's in trouble. That blind gets thrown out. She pops that unstoppable. And she's going to make it out. Team Heavy Slaps a little early on that top camp, but maybe not early. Maybe it was perfect timing. Team Banshee is gonna have to clear this mid lane, and they're gonna have to get their camp. So, yeah, perfect timing by Team Heavy Slaps to get that top camp. Samuro just doing Samuro things. Team Heavy Slap's already getting set up on his first objective. They're gonna have a lead on it, 20 point lead on it. But Urel jumps in, Leoric pops out unstoppable. Team Banshee's got some catching up to do. Garrosh taking a little bit of damage, throwing the Leoric. Leoric is gonna go ahead and get out of there. But Team Banshee's getting low. They're backing off this first objective. Coming back to it. It's 12 to 36. And first objective is gonna go over to Team Heavy Slaps. It's gonna be a Frozen Punisher, so they should get this first fort. Leoric and Uro gonna go for a double soak, but we got a John Cena on top of that Garrosh. He's getting rooted by that, also rooted by that Anduin. Throw on that Johanna, but Johanna's gonna pop that unstoppable. She can take a couple tower shots, but she's gonna make it out alive. Another John Cena jump onto MBB's Garrosh. He's gonna make it out. He pops out unstoppable to get out. But Uther's in trouble. John Cena on that Uther. Nice follow up by heavy slaps to secure that kill on that Uther. They're getting excellent value on this first Punisher. It's a frozen Punisher, so they're gonna get that first fort. They're gonna go ahead and knock out this camp, further their XP lead, but Garrosh is gonna snip it out. He's gonna jump in there. He's gonna take heavy damage from that. So excellent macro play by Team Heavy Slaps. They almost got a full level lead. One structure to one kill. Little unorthodox, different rotation. They don't have the standard 4-man rotation, but that Samuro is keeping them within the XP. Garrosh gets that throw on that Tychus. Follow up stun by the Uther. Entomb goes off. But they're gunning for Tychus. Uriel jumps in. Tychus dashes out, gets safe, but Mouth is in trouble by that Samuro, wreaking havoc on that backline. Malfearon's going to go down. Falling Sword goes off. Level 10's going over to Team Heavy Slaps. And they're going to go ahead and knock this camp out. So Team Heavy Slaps in full control over the beginning, the early stages of the game. But Team Banshees need to be careful here. They need not try to overextend. But Entomb goes off on the Gore Monster. Gore Monster's in trouble. Falling Sword's going to go off, but Uther's going to pop that and vulnerable and get out. Close call for that Uther. Level 10's coming online for Team Banshees. Well, we got to break in the action. We're going to go over level 10s. We have Entomb, Falling Sword, Illusion Mastered. Oh, Salvation. No Light Bomb. I wanted to see it, but okay. Commodore Odin for Heavy Slaps. We got Ardent Defender, and we have Warlord's Challenge, Reign of Vengeance, Divine Shield, and Twilight Dream for Team Banshees. Talk goes off by Leoric's going to go ahead and pop that unstoppable, and he's going to go ahead and zoom out. Next Savage in a little bit of trouble. He's going to go down. Reign of Vengeance goes off. Full throttle gets into him. Reign of Vengeance goes off again, but Leoric's going to pop that unstoppable to get out. Now, I think Banshees are going to have a little bit of advantage towards the mid and late game. Once their healers come up in scale and level, they'll be able to heal more and stay on that objective a little further. But Leoric gets a throw, he's going to pop that unstoppable to get out. Johanna's in it. Commodore Odin popped. MAB is low. Anduin pops his ult. MAB's in trouble. Samaru's all over him. But Giacomo jumps in it. He's going to go ahead and pop that ult, but they're not going to do any damage to him. Taunt goes up on the Leoric, followed by a stun sleep, and Leoric goes down, but MAB also goes down. Reign of Vengeance falls, but Johanna pops down unstoppable right before he gets caught. Beautiful awareness. Freaking Samaro's wreaking havoc on that back line, taking care of that mouth. Now, Team Banshee's in trouble. They're going to need to back out of this fight. Stun goes off on that Samuro. It's the real Samuro, but he's getting out. Leoric, nice Entomb by the Leoric, catching that Vala. Vala is going to go down. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Entomb by De La Soak. Heavy Slap's doing a beautiful job. They got the advantage. They're going to get as much as they can with it. They're going to go ahead and they're going to steal this siege camp. They're going to get some damage on this mid fort. So beautiful macro, beautiful map awareness, getting damage and getting advantage where you can and where you see it. They're going to go ahead and get this Punisher. I like how they delayed it to get more advantage on the map. So some great play by Team Heavy Slaps. John Cena jumps on that Garrosh, but he's going to go ahead and get that unstoppable and get out of there. Storm Monster taking heavy damage. We get out. Entomb goes off. Entomb misses. John Cena on that Euro. Couldn't be a better target. But Garrosh in a little bit of trouble. He's going to make it out. Commodore Orden gets popped. And they're going ahead and they're going to try to knock out this keep. Taunt goes off. Immortal's a little bit row. Tally Dream goes off. Rain of Vengeance goes off. Falling Sword goes off. Banshee's in a lot of trouble. If they're not careful, this could be a game. Malfurions go ahead and he's going to back out. Garrosh pops that unstoppable. He's backing out. And that was close, folks. If they would have secured maybe 1 or 2 kills, that could have been game number 2 for Team Heavy Slaps. So, Team Heavy Slaps, they're keeping that pressure on, man. It's one slip up and they're all over you. But Garrosh, he's a little split. He's in trouble. He's gonna have that Entomb land on him. Tychus is burning him up. He's gonna go down. Yeah, Garrosh rotated. His team wasn't close. He got caught, and that Entomb got burned down pretty quick. Samuro doing Samuro things the whole time. He's over there knocking out that bottom camp to further the lead. It's level 16 to 4. We got 6 kills to 1, 2 structures to 6. I want to see Team Banshees, man. They gotta somehow get on this board. They gotta get level 16s and try to pick a fight before level 20 to try to catch up and get back in this game. But it's also the Johanna followed by a taunt. Rain of Vengeance goes off. Johanna pops out unstoppable so that Rain of Vengeance doesn't stick. And Jim goes off but misses. Combinator Orden is popped. Team Banshee's taking a lot of damage from that Combinator Orden. Invertible pop. Rain of Vengeance goes off. Garrosh still in it. He's looking low. Falling Sword goes off, landing on Garrosh. Yarel goes down. Luna's in trouble. Luna goes down, and this is probably going to be game 2 for Team Heavy Slaps. Yeah, this is going to be game 2. Team Heavy Slaps. Not much that Team Banshees can do to defend this. And that is going to be GG's. Team Heavy Slaps with the 2-game domination over Team Banshees. Go over some quick stats here. Full Throttle with 61k damage, followed up by Samuro with 43. So we had a hyper carry Vala situation here. It looked like Team Heavy Slaps kind of got that lead, so Team Banshee struggled to keep up and catch up in that gameplay. We got 9 kills to 1. Great game. Great execution by Team Heavy Slaps. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can set us up for a post-game interview.
Hello, sir.
Hey, how's it going? I'm here with Team Heavy Slaps De La Soak. Uh, Fantastic domination in that three-game series. How do you guys feel?
We've been working pretty hard. Researching, coaching, practicing multiple times a week. Uh, Going pretty hard. So it's nice to have that work pay off with our first dom against a team that had some real nice tools that we had to be very very careful to research and ban out.
Yeah, I
Could
could
have gone
tell.
very very differently.
Yeah, you guys definitely did your homework. I mean, we had that Kerrigan ban, we had that Stugoff ban. Seen Team Banshees normally go. Sometimes they go for that single target blow up comp, but y'all went ahead and shut that down. And then I'm assuming y'all watched previous games where they struggled with that Junkrat, and y'all went ahead and picked up that Junkrat. Now that Junkrat player, was he normally a good Junkrat player? Or was that something that y'all practiced for this match?
We've practiced him a bunch. All three of our DPS players, like in and out of subs and main roster, play junk, and he's just like a powerful zoning tool right now. So I feel like kind of just playing with the meta and being good at what's powerful, like your Valas or whatnot, or it kind of leaves a lot of room for error.
Right. So we're gonna go ahead and game number one, BOE. Now it seemed to me that Team Banshees did have the burn. So was it your plan to go in there and win that team fight and win that objective?
Yeah, pretty much. The comms were kind of just saying that we weren't going to win that. We weren't going to win that early. We had a slight lead later on, and then we kind of just had to play team fight once tens came up because their tens were a little nuts with those on point uh, Diablo APOC combos.
Yeah, so it seemed like Team Matches were winning the early stages of the map, but as soon as level 10s came online, it seemed like y'all seemed to take over and win those team fights. So was that something that y'all communicated during the comms? It's like, hey, go ahead, wait till level 10. Once that mid game turn around, we're gonna go ahead and put the heat on them.
100%. Yeah, yeah, that was pretty much it.
Great. So I believe y'all picked both maps. Is that correct?
Yes, yes.
So Infernal Shrines. All right, we're going through the draft of Infernal Shrines. First thing I want to go over is how your team did with their rotations and their soak. Normally you see a mid to bot rotation with the four man, but y'all kept Samuro roaming around and picking up soak where he could.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. I mean, Banshee themselves is no stranger to triple melee. We tried to push them off of it. Um, And I think kind of us having that opportunity to go triple melee against something that couldn't really deal with tons and tons of targets at once, short of I guess like their Twilight Dream and everything, that not only gave us better macro with what we had, with how much wave clear we had, but also kind of made the team fights a little more forgiving
So
with how they were just really good at blowing up one target.
yeah, so going into that draft, um, were you expecting a double healer comp?
No, no, not at all. That's something I don't think I've ever seen Banshee run. It was pretty intimidating, especially when we were hovering that last pick, debating whether it was we were gonna grab a Samuro or something else to kind of respond to the healing, maybe get some healing mitigation. But as it
Yeah,
turns out, the Samuro also thrives in long fights, which is what long support, double support likes.
yeah. So you got the draft going on, you did your homework, and then all of a sudden, boom, you see a double healer comp. Was Samuro was that a pick to counter that double healer comp?
More just for the Vala, she can't really deal with it. She's very squish. She has about one or two big bursts of spell damage, and Samuro, if played correctly, has four charges of what, like 40 spell armor.
Right.
Yeah,
So I want to talk about this entomb, man. This entomb was beautiful. Like banshees are in retreat, and I believe it was you, the Leoric, that just runs up and lands the most beautiful entomb. So what was going on in your mind when you landed this entomb?
comms are going kind of nuts. Some people wanted to just clear the shrine, but we kind of already had that under wraps. So some of our DPSs saw a opportunity. I think it was like Shuzer chasing with the Samuro, so I just went with him and got just the tip of that entomb there with the cast on release.
Yeah, it was a beautiful game turning moment. You landed that up to into him. You secured that kill, increasing your death timers, increasing your XP, and getting the objective. Solid performance all the way around. You had great macro, great camp timings. Y'all slowed getting up. Y'all slowed finishing that objective to get camps and get structure pressure. So beautiful calls on that. So who's your guys' main shot caller?
Comms are we used to have one main shot caller, but now like we kind of switched to a method of comms being everyone's job. But it's more or less X Havoc, the tank. What he says goes. Ultimately, we have our flex player kind of uh, helping out with micro shot calls during fights, and then the healer calling outs, and then me just kind of contributing to macro. But everyone contributes in the comms.
Yeah, so I mean that was a beautiful call. Is that something like was that a call? Was that something that y'all know to do? It's like, hey, we got a couple of their players down. We got plenty of time on this objective. Let's go ahead and get camps and let's get structure pressure. Was that a call, or is that something everybody knew what to do?
Yeah, I think it's something everyone knew what to do and what our coaches were uh, very enthusiastically encouraging us to do. But X Havoc was pretty ruthless with that call and just kind of wanted to take everything there. And we do what he says.
Yep. So I mean, hats off to X Havoc. Great calls, great macro and siege pressure. That's all about all the questions I have for this series, dominating series. It was great to cast. Any shout outs that you would like to give?
Yeah, for sure. Shout outs to yourself and all the NGS volunteers who make this org awesome. Shout outs to MBB and the Banshees. The team works hard and they slap back just as hard. And yeah, shout out to our coached crew and everyone who kind of keeps the community going.
One final question before we wrap this up. Div C East, I'm not sure where you guys are in the standings. This should put y'all up sort of near the top. Any teams you're looking out for or gunning for, or any teams you're worried about, or any rematches that you would like to have?
I'd be really up for doing some scrims with some of the folks we've had the pleasure of fighting, Avalanche and PRC. But really looking forward to playing against DeWitt and his boys on Zul'jin Distillery. Uh, Also, would be the first time I've ever played against two calculated to throw in Probus, so that'll be interesting.
Yeah, I believe Probus is coming from Div D